Hey everybody. So we are working on our Angular voice analyzer. We're moving forward. I think we are like in my it is today is November 2nd and I will be uploading this video in probably about 1 minute after I get done. Uh no, well, I'll watch it and then I'll upload it. And then and it'll be so today it's Saturday, November 2nd. That's something. Is it November? Yeah, it is November 2nd. It's something I just started doing. I mean, I'm thinking about doing is on my Saturday videos. And then maybe like next year, I might start like every Saturday, maybe doing like an hour live code where I just interact. If anyone happens to come on, I can interact with them. My wife has a business where she does live stuff for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and that's worked out really well for her. And maybe I can follow in her footsteps and do some live coding. I think she did start off just like an hour a day while she was getting the hang of it. I definitely like when I first started these videos. I always had to pre-practice, try to do like spend an hour, 2 hours, sort of trying the code, running through what I'm going to do, and all that. And now I feel so much more comfortable doing it this way. And I think I get a lot more out of it. And I don't know if regular people get a lot more out of it. I think you do, even if you don't think you do. Um, but anyway, so what we have now is the ability to kind of have two rows for every item in our um, in our log. So we're creating a log whenever something happens, and we're not logging everything. We're only logging a few things. And we eventually I do plan to log everything, but it's baby steps. We're trying to get one thing done before the other, so it's like baby steps. And then I come in here, and I have three logs. I have that up here, and all that. And so what happens is now we iterate over the three log items, right? Like it'd probably be better to name this log item instead of item. I mean, item is not very useful. Log item. And then it's just kind of like, really log item? Probably log record is a better word. And this, like, I just can't even begin to explain how important it is that you have reasonable names. Um, it makes your code like sometimes you'll meet individuals that they'll be talking like they overuse the word it or this or something like that, and then like you could be talking to them and they're like 5 layers in of like, I don't know what this is, I don't know what that is. you've you've named like 10 things that I don't know what that is. So we know that we're iterating over log keys, which probably um, let log record of log keys. So that was something that we named over here. um, oh, okay, so those are the keys. Okay, so that, and then this is the log listing. So it's kind of weird that, okay, so at some point I did a weird name. So log keys is, okay, so in my component I do say what a log listing is, apparently discrete. Hi. Okay, so this is my log listing. I wonder what the difference between that and log keys is. Okay, so okay, so this is right at the end. Oh, okay, I do actually say what log listing and log keys are. So let's go back. Okay, so this first thing is the log. That's very confusing the way I did that. That's a shame. Log listing. And I really, my favorite thing about this specific project that I'm working on is that I only do it on the weekends. So that means on Saturday I have to pick it back up again. And I think that that is a skill that most people don't realize you need as a developer, is the ability to write code that then you can come back and pick up. And a big part of that would be to name things properly. Proper. Let's see. So log listing, publish result. Didn't I have like a log keys? So that's my log listing. Am I crazy? I mean, I know I'm crazy, but did I not save this? What am I doing wrong? Who am I? Where am I? See, I see my log listing, but I don't see my log keys. What if I swap their order? What if I just get rid of log listing altogether? Listing? Let's see. Okay, there's my log listing. And okay, so these, okay, so I don't know why I named this log keys. And that's because, well, okay, so I'm going over the log listing, and then I have something called keys. And then for each key, I create an item key. And then I push the keys. Oh, I'm so confused as to what's happening here. And this is all because of bad naming. This is all of this. Okay, so I do a console log of key. Does this happen? See, I don't even think that ever happens. I don't know what's happening. Well, for key and item, it doesn't seem like this is happening. Yeah, this for loop I don't think is happening at all. Keys, const, push keys. Keys. Well, something is happening, right? Because keys push key. And I do a for loop. So clearly I did a very bad job naming things in this code. Hi. Okay, what line is that? Oh, wrong one. Console log. So all of my logs are from this. Oh, okay. That's right. Because none of this. Oh, that's why I'm getting so confused. Because that doesn't actually render until this whole thing is. Until you actually bring up the thing. So now all of those get printed out with the question mark. Log keys is down here. Oh, okay, so this is just the keys. Okay, so that's all those are keys, which makes sense. So that naming does make sense. All right. So we have the keys, and then we have the listing. And Now let's go back and maybe this whole thing will make more sense now. So all I'm doing is I'm going through each key. Okay, so this is a key. This is a key. And then I'm listing each key. Okay, so, so I have order of, so I have 3 arrays of arrays. Okay, so this is an array of keys. So this is not the log keys. This is keys for log. All right, so if we come back over here, this really should be more like log listing keys, I think. And then listing keys and log. Keys. So keys for each log record. That's what that is. It's a key for each log record. Okay, and so we know the log itself is in something called log listing, which we aren't iterating over. This thing's probably broken over here. Keys for record. Is that what I named it? What did I name it? Log listing keys. See, that's not very helpful either. I don't know what to do. I'm definitely going to hopefully do better tomorrow. All right, so basically we want, so this is the list of keys, and so we want is log listing I. And then listing. And then that's our object event. And then what we want is the type. We want this guy right here, type. Type. Audio start, audio result, audio end. Okay, so this is starting to make some kind of sense. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but basically what we have is a list of logs, and then we have a list of types. And I don't know why I didn't. I guess it makes sense that I have to list. Okay, so just through coincidence, and it's not really coincidence, but we have 3 records in both cases. In one case, we have the actual log record, and that is our log listing. And then in our log listing keys, okay, so that's starting to make a little more sense. We have 3 records, and those its 3 records are just the keys of that. And then one of the things is type. So what we can do is we can say, we can come down here and we can see every value by doing this. Key. Now some of them are just going to be objects, so there's not much we can do, but stuff. Oh, wow, it got that wrong. Didn't I say stuff? Stuff. That is interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I got that. And then, so it's event, bubbles, false, cancellables, false. Type is audio start, which is trusted is true, return values. So then what we can do is we can do this. We can say call span is 2 because we want these gray ones to go across 2, and then we can say I guess we need like another ng content, right? And then because we want to have 2 columns. So I would think what we want to do is like this. We only want 1 row per record, but we want 2 columns per record. And we want to do a for loop like this across all of our log keys. We're just going to give it the general name of J, like on Men in Black. I don't even know if wasn't 100% sure if you could do that. And then we'll go TD. And I don't think we need these divs anymore. And on the left we'll have the key, and on the right we'll have the value. Key value pairs. So it's kind of weird to me that the call span isn't working. And we don't seem to be getting a row. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Okay. Oh, I ended up creating a whole bunch of TDs. See. Oh, I guess we want a row for each one of these, not a TD. We actually want a whole row. So what's happening is, like, if you look in here, inspect, we have a TR and then we have a TD. Well, we have this TR. This is that top TR. I believe it'll be like a call span of 2. But then we have like a column for every single item, and what we wanted was a row for every single item. So I believe we don't. So we want this. I think what we want is this. And just for my own sanity, I'm just going to get rid of these 2 ng contents. Now I believe it'll make a row for every one of them. Two rows. Yeah, that's way, way better. And then it's probably better. Yeah, that's a lot better. And then it'll probably be better if we, it's kind of funny. This one's like making these really, really long and making it basically 50%. So then what we can do, I guess another smart thing to do is like right here above every one of these, we'll just give it a, I guess this should have been, yeah, not worry about that. And we'll just hard code the word key. I'll tell you, working on tables, back in the 90s, everything was tables. Everything. Just you spent hours and hours and hours and hours learning tables. So if you worked in the 90s, you're probably very, very comfortable with tables. 90s key value. And like I had a good friend. It makes me kind of sad because I had like this good friend back in the 90s who he had worked through. He was actually a little younger than me. So he's still, I'm sure, still out there kicking butt, coding and kicking butt. But he had worked come through when the command line was when the command line, so like this down here, was king. And he had learned, because he had just spent so many hours coding in command line, he had learned how to draw all kinds of amazing things in the command line. And it was just like a skill that he got because he had spent years working, like 2 or 3, maybe 4 years spending 60 hours a week working on command line. And I always envied him, because it was just like, man, that would have been a cool ass skill to have. It's of very little financial value today, but it's a pretty neat one. I do think that tables, are probably, because most younger developers don't get to spend a whole lot of time working on tables, they aren't as popular as they probably should be. But it is a very convenient way. Um, it is interesting, like composed path is a function called composed path. Who the hell knows what that means? Actually, that's a great question for ChatGPT, and then I will step off because I'm afraid to even look at how long. What is in the web? I'm terrified to look at the time on this video, and I spent a half hour on my last video in the web. Am I spelling speech? No, API. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look, and I'm just apologizing right now. Events family returns an array of elements, shows events propagation path through the DOM, including the shadow DOM boundaries. Oh my God, how have I never heard of this? Um, for example, here's an example demonstrates compose. I'll return any array. I wonder why I didn't show. Why didn't you show me the result of this? Um, let's see. Holy crap. I just don't even. I'm mind blown that I didn't never heard of this. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That is outrageous. That is outrageous that I have never heard of this, and it's been around since 2017. And this, well, I don't know. I was just thinking. I think this would have been very, very helpful for me on many of my jobs that I've had in the past. It is crazy to me um, how you learn something every single day. Anyways, yep. So that's that. We have composed path. My mind is blown, and I have. Oh, it's only 24 minutes. I thought this was going to be like 45 minutes. So thank goodness. We're moving along nicely. What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow. Let's see. I feel like this is I think this guy is screwing everything up. So I think I should put these into divs that um, that sort of limit sort of the width of the values to this long, and then so that this guy can have a little bit more space. I don't know though. I mean, I think this is fine, and I think if you actually care, then you can always do this, and then you can see everything. Um, Audio start. I think this is everything I would want out of a log. Um, I mean, I could add. It might be useful to add. Oops. Oh, you know what I'm going to add? I'm going to add. Let me do this. I'm going to add the ability to clear the log. So add a little clear button so that, because basically right now, if I want to do something new, I have to do a re thing, um, a reset. And I think this is a really good start for the logs, um, because, um, yeah, I think it's a great start. And then I think the next, so we'll have the clear thing so that I can go back and forth and clear it and sort of go back through. I mean, I already have this now captured in a video. So in the future, if I'm really, really banging on my head, I would be able to look at this. I don't think there's anything worth digging in. Maybe we could add something in the future. I don't know. But I think the next, yeah, so then the next thing after that would probably be the API. So just basically list out everything that's in the existing API. Maybe put like everything that I know about today in 2024, only 7 years after Composed Path was everywhere. Um, a little green thing next to it, and then if the so that I have a list of everything that I expect in the API, and then kind of make something up and make sure that it will show that anything that isn't there that I do expect, and then make that red, and then make some other thing for anything that's there that I don't expect, so that this API would be something that I can videotape, capture in one of these videos, and then have that to refer to in the future. And then, so I would run this and then compare whatever my results in the future are to what I'm seeing uh, today, or in the videos that I'm making today. And then I think discrete is done. That's as far as I want to go with discrete. And then we'll do continuous. And then I know continuous is a much more complex thing. So I don't know if then that'll kick off more log changes. I think before we're all done with log, I would like the ability um, to filter, so that I can just look at audio starts or audio results, and basically have like a distinct list of the different kinds of results. And in the service right now, I think I only capture a few: the results, the ends, and something else. Let's see. Yeah, audio signal start, all audio signals. I have voice result, audio start, and audio end. Now, right now, I'm capturing these signals. I don't know if that's necessary. I don't know if that brings any value whatsoever. Um, Capturing individual signals, because I don't know why I thought that would be useful. But that's that, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.